Thank you very much for making time for us. I'm so happy to, work for Maybourne Hotels. It was always a dream of my life to work specifically for the Connaught. This is my little secret.
Mm.
Back in 2015, it was the first time I entered the Connaught, and I was so impressed with what I saw that I had in my mind, one day I'm going to work for this company. Fast forward to 2023, I was hired in this hotel, and I'm so happy to be nearly a year and a half with the Maybourne Hotels. So I would like to show you to start showing you our tapestry that you see in our front screen and also behind me here in two different versions. Don't know if you know what a tapestry is, but you might have seen tapestries in museums, in very old houses, because in the past people used to embroider this tapestry to tell stories, So if you had a castle, if you had a very important family, they would embroider these tapestries to tell the story of that place. And that's what we wanted to bring to Maybourne. The story of Maybourne is a company with over 200 years of stories. So we do have a big legacy. And that's what our tapestry tells. We have symbols here from all our hotels. You can see in the bottom the greyhounds, the dogs from the Connaught. You can see on the top the tea set from Claridge's. You see on your left the sunset from California. You see on your right the butterflies from the Berkeley. So every hotel is represented here, and we can tell the story of the Maybourne company. I don't know if you know, so that's a curiosity. Maybourne has this name because it was born in Mayfair. So I'm sure you're never gonna forget it again. We really want to create stories of distinction, meaning that we want every guest to be welcome and be able to fulfill their dreams with us. So not we don't have any request that is a very big request. We don't have anything that is impossible. We can cater to all their preferences and all their dreams. I would like to show you a little bit of our hotels. Today we have a group of 6 hotels. 4 of them are in London, but we also have Maybourne Beverly Hills and Maybourne Riviera. On the webinar today, we're going to be focusing on the London properties because I get a lot of questions from people like, which hotel do I send my client? What's the difference in between them? What is the newest one? What was the last renovated one? So today I hope I can go through all these questions for you. We'll start with Claridge's because Claridge's is our oldest hotel. We opened in 1812. And from now on, Maybourne is bringing phrases to each hotel to show how the guests feel when they stay with us. And the phrase for Claridge's is enduring radiance. Why is that? Because for over 200 years, we are enduring this radiance. Every time you enter, you feel that you're part of the royal family, that you are entering in a Bridgerton episode or something like this. People go to Claridge's to live their royal family dream. We have so many honeymooners. We have so many people spending, special celebrations with us. People really want to go there and see Claridge's for one time. Even if they cannot stay, they can go for an afternoon tea. But Claridge's is almost a landmark in London that you must see when you are visiting London. That's why enduring radiance. The good news is that Claridge's was entirely renovated. So we've done 7 years of refurbishment that ended in September of last year. And from the bottom to the top, everything is new. Every single room has been refurbished at Claridge's. Just for you to have an idea, we excavated 5 floors down. We added a new spa, we added several new things, an art gallery, and we added 2 floors on the top. So it was really like an astronomical amount of money invested at Claridge's to make it very new. I like to say that prepared Claridge's for the next 200 years. Obviously, we kept the style of Claridge's because if you're getting there, you don't want to come into a very modern hotel, right? You want to see the Art Deco style. You want to feel that you are at Claridge's. So this is still what you get when you, as soon as you enter this iconic floor, black and white floor, and in front of you, you see the afternoon tea, of course. So the big news, and you probably have heard about it, is the penthouse on the top floor that has 1,000 square meters. So it's the largest penthouse in Europe. And we're very proud of that. Just for you to have an idea, we have 70 million pounds of pieces of art from Damien Hirst. Damien Hirst is a British artist, still alive artist, and he has made very special pieces of art just to our penthouse. As soon as you enter, the first you see is this water feature, kind of like a little lake. And behind this beautiful flowers, we have a piano on this glass cube. This penthouse has 4 bedrooms. So you really have a 360-degree view all over London. So it's really, really special. If you have a guest that you know, like something remarkable in London, this is a very good option. But we also have other types of rooms if your guest cannot spend £60,000 per night. So we do have some Victorian style rooms, as you can see in the picture, you know, so for those guests who really like the royal style of rooms, we do have Victorian style rooms, and we have the Art Deco style, which is the main style of the hotel. Today, Claridge's offers 269 rooms, and then we have the 3 types of decoration: the Art Deco style, the Victorian style, and the modern style that you saw on the penthouse. Claridge is located in Mayfair, so really the heart of London, where you can do everything from a walking distance. Mayfair is one of the most prominent neighborhoods in London, of course, with beautiful restaurants and cafes, art galleries. So really an excellent location. This is another room, on the entry level rooms. During the refurbishment, we added a lot of rooms with balconies. So if your client requires some outdoor space, which is lovely during springtime and summertime in London, we do have lots of rooms with terraces. This is a Claridge's balcony room, so you can see from the decorations, it's an Art Deco style that Claridge is now very fresh, full of natural light. You have sun coming in, which is really, really rare in London, you know, to get such bright and colors rooms in the traditional hotels. If there's one thing that Maybourne knows how to do very well, is restaurants and bars. And I'm serious about that. We know our restaurants. Every day we have queues of people, you know, coming to dining with us. Every hotel of ours has at least 2 restaurants and 2 bars. We really take it serious, and it's always a buzz. So even if you, by mistake, didn't book our hotels and book somewhere else, I strongly recommend you to send them towards our restaurants and bars because they're really, really nice. This is Claridge's restaurant. Again, one of the most beautiful dining rooms I've ever seen. You can see a little bit of our food here, that it's a bistro style, and we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner in this restaurant. You can see this beautiful seafood plates. It's really, really delicious. Moving forward, we have the foyer and drawing room, where we serve the iconic afternoon tea at Claridge's, you know, with live music in the afternoon. We have a piano and a cello playing. So it's really a remarkable experiences where people can celebrate big occasions or just go for the traditional afternoon tea. We have 3 bars in the property. So Claridge's bar is an iconic bar, always very busy from 5 p.m. The fumoir used to be where where gentlemen would go for a smoke after dinner. These days we're not allowed to smoke indoors anymore, but we kept the fumoir as it is because it's a very charming bar. And here a little secret, all the cocktails are served in Lalique crystal, so very special glasses. And the painter's room. The painter's room was added in the end of the renovation. The general manager entered this space that used to be a storage space for events and said, you know, we should do a bar here. And there we go. We transformed this empty space in a beautiful bar with this pink onyx. It's very, I would say, very feminine bar, very nice. And the drawings you're seeing on the walls is from Emory. So here's an important fact about Maybourne as well. Our owners, they are art collectors, and they were thinking about opening a museum. But instead of opening a museum, they decided to spread their piece of art all over the hotels. And they have very good partnerships with them in Hearst that I mentioned before, with Anne Morris and so many other artists. So Anne Morris is a contemporary artist who started her art out of grief because she had a miscarriage. So she was very sad and started painting and doing her drawings to bring life and color back to her life. And then she was commissioned to do this beautiful bar for us. So we have these very funny drawings all around and also a stained glass on the right. And you have several different pieces of art of Anne Morris throughout the hotel. We have also added a wine cellar that we are very proud about it because we do a lot of wine tastings and also we do a lot of wine pairings with food with our restaurant with the big wine brands. So if your clients are interested in wine and want to have like a special experience, keep an eye on our website because constantly we are uploading all the new events that are coming up. And every week we have a paired wine and food, which is really, really cool. We also have added a spa. So it's a beautiful spa with 7 treatment rooms, including hammam, you know, the wet treatment, and this beautiful swimming pool. So one thing to keep in mind, every Maybourne spa, every Maybourne hotel has a swimming pool, which is really, really cool. And we also have kids hours. So in case you have families coming to London, please send them toward us. The kids will be amazed by the swimming pool and the spa, really, really relaxing. Very nice gym, state-of-the-art equipment. We have Peloton bikes and all techno gyms that they can bring their own sticks and do their own series. So really, really great. 5 minutes walking from Claridge is still in Mayfair. We have the Connaught. The Connaught, as I said here in the beginning, our little secret, is, you know, one of my favorite hotels in the world. And the phrase for the Connaught that translates what you feel when you get there is rare belonging. And why rare belonging? Because really people treat the Connaught as their extension of their houses. As I mentioned before, we love our restaurants and bars, and here's not different. We have 7 different restaurants and bars. So it's just 115 rooms, so nearly a boutique hotel, but with 7 different options. So if you have a small meeting with a client, you can go to Connaught. If you have a big celebration with your family, you can go to the Connaught. If you just want to meet your friends, you know, in the end of the week, you can go to the Connaught. That's why we say rare belonging, because you enter there and you feel, oh yeah, this is like my house, you know, I belong here. So this is the entrance of the hotel, another very traditional, beautiful hotel in Mayfair. As soon as you get in, the first you see is our iconic staircase. So there's a funny story about this. Ralph Lauren, you know, the designer, when he was staying with us a few years ago, he decided that he wanted to purchase this staircase. And he said, I'm so sorry, sir, but it's not for sale. So he was very stubborn and he sent his designers and you know, architects to go there, take pictures, take measurements, and he reproduced the same staircase in his Fifth Avenue store in New York. So if you go there and you go to the haute couture part, you're gonna see exactly Connaught staircase, which is quite a funny story. At Connaught, we have the largest butler team in London. So we really, really personalize our services. So for example, after their 20th stay, guests will get embroidered pillowcases and bathrobes to have every time they go there. We have beautiful stories. For example, we had a family staying with us. that they always do puzzles in the evening with their children. So our butler saw this situation and they went there and they printed, Connaught picture and made a puzzle and gave as a present. So it's really about personalizing. Anything you want, we can do it at the Connaught. And the big news is Connaught is under renovation. So throughout 2025, every single room at the Connaught will be renovated. Again, we're not going to change dramatically the decoration. As you can see here, this is one of the new living rooms of the Coburg Suite. This is one of the rooms. We're going to have this green and blue colors. This is still the traditional Connaught. We want to keep the quintessentially British feeling that you have when you get there, but with more soothing colors, more brightness, bringing a little bit more modern style to the rooms. A lot of you might know that we have a new wing, the contemporary wing at the Connaught. So you have the traditional rooms that you just seen, but in the contemporary room, this is the style. So you're gonna have more like hardwood floors, a little bit less British tradition, but more a contemporary style. So we have around 30 to 40 rooms on this contemporary wing, and we do sell it separately. So once you're making the reservation at Connaught, make sure what style your guest likes, and please book the correct room if it's a traditional or a contemporary studio. Coming back to the restaurants, we have, as I mentioned, 7 different restaurants and bars. The Jean-Georges at the Connaught, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Jean-Georges, is where we serve breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the traditional afternoon tea as well. We do have a 3 Michelin star restaurant at the Connaught with Hélène Darroze, which I'm personally very proud of her because she was the first female chef to get 3 Michelin star of herself. And it happened with us. So, I really love Hélène Darroze for that. And her restaurant is something special. We have 2 private rooms if you'd like to have like a special occasion. One is just in front of the kitchen and one in front of the wine cellar. The wine cellar has over 1,000 bottles of wine. It's really, really nice. Here a little bit of the food that you're gonna find at Hélène Darroze. And our 3rd restaurant is another Jean-Georges, but this Jean-Georges grill. So everything here comes from the grill. I don't know if you're aware, but it's very famous here in the United Kingdom to have a Sunday roast. Basically, all the families get together to have their Sunday roast. They eat a lot of chicken and lamb and some other meat as well. So it's an amazing Sunday roast, and the grill is the perfect spot for this tradition. Then we have the Connaught Bar. I'm sure you all have heard about the Connaught Bar, the best martini in the world. For more than 15 years in a row, Connaught Bar has been awarded in one of the 50 best bars in the world. And we're very proud of that legacy. As soon as you get there, you have the martini experience, where they're going to present the martini to you and bring a beautiful trolley in front of you and do all their art. So strongly recommend the Connaught Bar. We have a second bar called the Red Room. This is a little bit like a hidden gem, a little secret. If you know, you know. It's not something that we are advertising about, but it's beautiful, lovely bar hidden behind curtains. Usually we can spot some celebrities here because of that, because it's very quiet. It's a wonderful option as well. And the Coburg Bar. I call it the all-day dine bar because it opens from 8 a.m. for breakfast and goes until 1 a.m. So people usually stay there for many, many hours during their meetings, meeting their friends, and just extending for a nightcap. Last but not least, we also have the cigar merchant. So we have a special place where you can smoke cigars, which is more and more popular, and it's fantastic. Has a fantastic extractor system. So even if you are there for a couple of hours and a lot of people are smoking inside, you're gonna go away and you're not gonna have any smell on your clothes or in your hair because there's no smoke inside. It's really, really cool. It's a super powerful extractor system. And we have the only Amman spa outside an Amman hotel. So we're very proud of this partnership, amazing amount treatments. Again, this beautiful swimming pool, as I mentioned in the beginning, every Maybourne hotel has a swimming pool. So very cool spa that we have at the Connaught. If you go out from Mayfair, walking 15 minutes towards Knightsbridge, in the Belgravia region, we have the Berkeley. The Berkeley is considered refinement. It's for those clients who likes fashion, likes shopping, lots of families, that very nice, beautiful families that you look at them and say, oh my God, so nice to see, this families together, very chic people, really. And it's a hotel that takes itself a little bit less serious. It's less traditional than the Connaught and Claridge's. So this is a beautiful hotel in front of Hyde Park. So we have beautiful views over Hyde Park from our rooms. And here you're going to see one of our penthouses. Berkeley has 5 penthouses, so there's an option for everyone. And these penthouses can connect to other 4 rooms. So if you have these big families that travel with parents and the kids and the grandparents and security and nanny, we can accommodate them all in 5-bedroom penthouses. As you can see again, lots of natural light coming in, super nice outside space. 40% of the rooms at the Berkeley have terraces and outside space. And you can see that the decoration here is more modern, contemporary. Lots of woods, very cozy rooms, really, really beautiful decorations in rooms, and a lot of terraces outside. The big news for the Berkeley is that we are opening this Friday on the 7th, La Mome. I'm sure a lot of you have been to La Mome in Cannes or have been to La Mome in Monaco. So now we are bringing the French Riviera to London. We're so excited about that. I was there last week to try, they had to use some guinea pigs to try the food and the service. And I must say that the new room is gorgeous. And the same style as the sister properties, we're going to have a DJ, we're going to have a piano, singer. So, party vibes, not that much. It's not like with a dance floor or anything like this, but a really nice option with live music in London. So we're super excited about this opening. French Riviera style food, delicious, absolutely delicious food, and fun service. Also at the Berkeley, we have the Berkeley Cafe, which is absolutely adorable, just in front of the check-in space. And it's served by, Cédric Grolet. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Cédric Grolet from Instagram or TikTok. Cédric is known by doing all these amazing sweets that are realistic in shape of fruits, and these beautiful cakes and tarts. Is absolutely fantastic and delicious. Berkeley Cafe is all-day dining, very informal, and we also have the Goo Tea, which is the Cédric Grolet afternoon tea, where you can get all these delicious pastries in miniatures. So perfect experience as well. We have the Berkeley Bar and Terrace, another great option, especially for people who smoke, because there's a beautiful terrace outside. And we have the Blue Bar, which is one of the most famous bars in London as well. The bar where Madonna hosted her birthday once. Everybody loves the Blue Bar with its famous cocktails, which is delicious. And the cherry of the cake is the swimming pool on the rooftop overlooking Hyde Park. So again, an excellent option for families here, especially during spring and summer. We have beautiful views of the park. And then people are going to ask, oh yes, but what do you do during winter time? Great question. So during winter, we are doing a pop-up on the swimming pool. We have closed this area and we have put 4 ski gondolas. So the ones that you take, to go high up in the mountains. We have put these gondolas, and inside we've done little restaurant, and we are serving fondue and raclette. So it's a super fun experience. Again, children love it because they get there, they have all these gondolas and all this like ski, après-ski feeling. So very nice option as well that goes until end of February. And then our newest property, I think this is going to be big news for a lot of you because we opened in April last year. So it's a brand new hotel. We didn't have our first anniversary yet, but we couldn't be happier with the response from the public. It's really, really nice hotel. People are asking me a lot, but come on, Luisa, why are you opening a fourth hotel in London if you already have the three most iconic hotels in London? Well, the reason is this hotel is special. It's very different from all the others. It's all suites hotel. So to start with the location, we are connected to the Berkeley. So they are sister properties. So again, hotel in Knightsbridge in Belgravia, just in front of the park. The second thing is we have 61 suites. It starts in 55 square meters. So this is really for those guests who want a lot of space. And the phrase for the Emory is time well spent. And the reason is the only thing money cannot buy is time. So what we want to do here is really serve the guest the way that he can get some time back to himself. What does it mean? Every room comes with an Emory assistant, which is like a personal assistant. It can really do anything for you. It's more than a butler, more than a concierge, is your personal assistant. So obviously packing and unpacking service, ça va sans dire, they all receive that. But we also offer complimentary transfer in and out from any airport or train station. And if your guests book one bedroom suites and above, and they're flying in private jets, they will get their transfer in helicopter. Yes. So from the private airfields in London, they will get a helicopter that will take them to Battersea, and then it's just a 10-minute drive to the hotel. So it's really, really special. Apart from that, we also include the breakfast. We include full minibar, including alcoholic beverage, 5 pieces of clothes for pressing, and house car. So from 12 to 10 p.m., we have a driver, a chauffeur in front of the hotel that can take our guests up to 2 miles around the hotel. And, if they want to go to a restaurant or a theater or something like that, our driver can take them. So it's really to give people's time back, and they can go and relax and do whatever they really like. This is the beautiful building. The building itself is already a piece of art. It was designed by Sir Richard Rogers. He is a British architect. Sadly, he didn't see the building ready because he passed away 2 years before the opening of the hotel. But we have done a lot of homage to him inside the hotel. So it's really, really a piece of engineering. Basically, when they started excavating the land to do the foundations of the building, they realized they couldn't do the foundations all over the place. Otherwise, they would hit the tube station, the Piccadilly line. So they decided to do the foundations just in the middle of the hotel, and everything else that you're seeing here, the glass, the metal, the concrete, all this structure is suspended by these arms that you see outstanding in the top of the hotel. So for those guests who, like design, architecture, engineering, just this building itself is already a big present for them, for their views. This is our penthouse. It has 300 square meters in the top of the hotel with 2 bedrooms. And this is the view that your guests are gonna get, like unparalleled views of Hyde Park. Beautiful decoration, very home feeling. Every 2 floors we have a different designer, so you're gonna see that the rooms, they are not very, very different, but they have something interesting to see every time they come and stay in a different room. As I mentioned, all the rooms are suites. You can see how big they are with a lot of entertainment space, living room, dining room, big bedrooms. And then in terms of food and beverage, we have again Jean-Georges with ABC Kitchens. Some of you might be familiar with ABC Kitchen in New York. Jean-Georges has 3 ABCs in New York, one for vegan, vegetarian food, one for Mediterranean food, and one for Latin American food. Here we have a mix of the 3 menus. It's a sharing concept style, so you're gonna sit down and order 2-3 plates per person and share everything, and it's really nice atmosphere. This is the courtyard bar that's served by Jean-Georges as well, ABC Kitchens. And on the rooftop, we have this amazing bar, very exclusive, reservations only. We don't take walk-ins, so it's mostly, hotel guests with beautiful views all over London. You can see the skyline, you see the Shard, you see London Eye, you see Big Ben, you see Westminster. It's really nice view. And we also have the cigar merchant. So just next to this bar, we have this beautiful cigar lounge, where people can smoke the cigars with this beautiful, amazing view over Hyde Park. It's really special location. Last but not least, we also have Serene. Serene is a new paradigm of well-being. So Serene is the new brand for Maybourne Hotels spas. So we started with the Emory. We are now in the process of doing one in the south of France. Also, we're going to do one in Beverly Hills. And from now on, moving forward, every new Maybourne hotel, we have a Serene. Serene is a mix of serenity and energy. And it's all about longevity. Longevity is the concept that you're going to live longer, but also going to live better. And so we look at your health holistically. We do have a doctor in-house from Monday to Friday to run health assessments. They are going to ask you a million questions, run a lot of tests, and then put together a plan for your exercises, for your treatments, and for your nutritional plan as well. So we have 4 floors of spa. It's definitely the biggest spa of London. On the 4th floor, we have Tracy Anderson's studio. I don't know if you're familiar with Tracy Anderson. She's a personal trainer, American personal trainer that developed a dance method. Her studio is heated at 32 degrees, so very hot, but not as hot as, in Brazil, working out on the outside in the beach. It's quite normal for us, but here in London, believe me, it's very hot. The floor of her dance studio, which is this picture that you see on the right, is a bouncing floor. So it protects all your ligaments and your joints, knees and everything. And she has also elastic bands coming from the ceiling to work out your arms. And she works with very light weight, really to tonify your body. On the 3rd floor, we have 9 treatment rooms, including 2 hammams, include a hyperbaric chamber, which is an oxygen chamber, really popular for healing. So after surgical procedures, it's perfect for healing. We also have a shiatsu massage, which is personally my favorite. So basically you lay down on the floor on a tatami, and the therapist will walk all over you. It's a lot of fun. Even the music that you hear inside the spa is AI generated. So it's constantly a new music being generated. You cannot Shazam it. It's a music that you never heard before and never gonna listen again. And it aligns with your circadian rhythm, your heartbeats. So in the morning, it's a little bit more energetic, and in the evening, it's a little bit more calm, driving you to, relax. On the 2nd floor, we have a fantastic gym with a second studio. It's a yoga studio with a cinema screen that you can play classes on demand. And on the 1st floor, we have a swimming pool, 22-meter swimming pool, so you can read, exercise and do your laps. You have sauna, you have a steam room, and you have my favorite, the snow shower. So basically, after coming out of the steam room that you have a very hot body, you go under snow. So it's really cool. And we also have Serene Cafe, which is a new state-of-the-art cafe with all the news in terms of nutrition, including microdosed mushrooms, coffees, and teas. So it's really nice. Last but not least, before we open for questions, we still have some minutes. I want to share with you our current offers. So these offers are valid until April 30th. So, we still have February, March, and April, 3 months to book it. which is stay for longer. So stay for longer is the fourth night free and is applicable to Claridge and Connaught and the Emory. We also have a night on us, which is every third night free at the Berkeley. So two fantastic offerings until end of April. So please call me, please send us emails to book these rooms ASAP. And the Berkeley also offers the 10 a.m. club, which is a guaranteed early check-in at 10 a.m. This will be at the Berkeley until the end of the year. So every time you're sending someone to London that is coming on an overnight flight and needs an early check-in, you can send them to the Berkeley and it's guaranteed at 10 a.m. The early check-in. You just have to let me know 48 hours in advance and we're gonna have their rooms. So this concludes my presentation. I would like to open the floor now for questions that you might have.
Thank you, Lu. This is really amazing. I think the hotels are like part of the city, the history and everything. So it's so beautiful. They have to visit. We do have some questions. The first one is regarding connecting rooms, and maybe if you can say a little bit about like families, if there's like a specific hotel that you recommend more for families, maybe.
Great. So very good question. Connecting rooms. We always guarantee the connecting rooms by the time of reservation. So make sure you contact us before booking online on a GDS or something like this, because we need to let you know which categories connect to each categories. All the 4 hotels that are presented to you have many different options of connecting rooms. You have regular rooms connecting, you have regular rooms connecting to suites, you have big suites, small suites, every type of different rooms. So please call us and let us know, what kind of rooms do you need, how many people, how many children are coming, and we're gonna confirm it by the time of the reservation. This is a great thing. In terms of which hotel is better for families, I must say that them all are good for families. The most popular one is Berkeley. Because of the location in front of the park, so really convenient, to go with children, and also because of the swimming pool on the rooftop that is very popular for families as well. But I must say that all the 4 hotels are good for families.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The other questions about the spas, if the clients like from the different hotels, they can use all the spas, if there's any restriction.
So clients of each hotel can use their own spas. Claridge's can use also the Amman spa at the Connaught, and Connaught can also use the spa at Claridge's. Berkeley and Emory can only use Seren. Seren is also a membership club, so the only people allowed inside Seren is Berkeley or Emory guests and members. We do not open for external guests. So yeah, Berkeley and Emory at Seren, and then Claridge's and Connaught at Amman or Claridge's Spa. Yeah.
And also if the guests, they have priority on the restaurants and also like the afternoon teas, the reservations.
Yes, good question. Perfect question. All the restaurants and bars would always save tables for in-house guests. So unless you're booking something like for December during Christmas, that is usually, the busiest period of the year. Apart from that, we always gonna have tables for our in-house guests in any of our restaurants. And if you're booking for Christmas, I strongly recommend you to book at least a month in advance, because the tables during Christmas go really, really fast. December is the crazy month for us in terms of afternoon tea and restaurants.
She would like to know the name of the dance teacher. Can you write it down?
Yes. So it's Tracy.
I'll put it here, Tracy.
Tracy, Tracy
Anderson, right? With
yes,
E.
and she's on Instagram as well. You can see her her dance classes on Instagram. She has online classes. It's super nice. Once you see Tracy, you're gonna be like, wow, I need to start this right now, because she's 50 years old and she looks like 22.
No, and the studio is amazing, right? So modern, and when we visited, It's
Yeah.
amazing. Really, really
Yeah.
cool.
I've done 3 times already. I almost died, but I didn't. And it's a really, really cool experience. Yeah. Whoever is coming for our next fun trip, we have a chance to, experience that.
That's amazing. Sandra is going, so
Be prepared.
I'm gonna be ready for it.
Great.
that's so cool. I think those are all the questions. We're gonna send all the information to all the agents and the photos and everything. And next week, also on Tuesday, we have the second part. So we're gonna talk about French Riviera and also Beverly Hills. So I know there's a lot of things happening, especially in French Riviera, like new things coming up.
Yes.
So we'll be waiting for everybody to join next week as well.
Yes, very excited for that. Thank you very much, all. If you need anything, just drop us a message, and I'm happy to answer all the questions. And I look forward to see you either here in London or in Mexico or in Brazil for ALTM.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Lu. Obrigada.
Thanks. Obrigada.
Obrigada,
Muchas
pessoal. A gente se
gracias.
vê semana que vem, então, nesse mesmo horário, com treinamento de French Riviera e Beverly Hills, com a
Nesse
Luísa.
mesmo bate-local, nesse mesmo
Bate
bate-horário.
local. Um beijo, gente. Tchau, tchau.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Gracias a todos. Nos vemos la próxima semana para la segunda parte de Maybourne, Riviera, Francesa y Beverly Hills a la misma hora. Gracias a todos.
Tchau, tchau.